A couple obvious ground rules. First of all, in order for a song to qualify for this list, it had to be released sometime within the year of 2014, give or take about 2 months. Second of all, only songs that appeared somewhere on the Hot 100 in 2014, basically any songs that anyone actually gave a shit about, qualify for this list. If a song was never played on the radio or couldn't even garner up a couple million views on YouTube, don't expect it to be here. And third of all, this is just my opinion and nothing more. I know it may sound sort of like I'm speaking objectively, or maybe that I'm trying to tell you what to think, but that is not my intention. These are just my thoughts put to video, don't take it too seriously. And now, let's begin. Number 10. Over the course of the year, I've heard a few people compare Iggy Azalea to Eminem. Now, to those people, I must ask, what are you smoking and can I have some? Rap music in 2014 is best comparable to a barrel of rotting fish. And I think that metaphor speaks for itself. Now, this song isn't the most rotten fish in the barrel, but it is the biggest, and therefore one of the least appetizing. Iggy's performance on this song is straight up embarrassing. I mean, it's not unsalvageable, but it is far from good. She tries so hard to pull off this badass ghetto persona, but that incredibly fake accent just destroys any serious vibes the song may have. And the beat definitely isn't helping matters. The song demands powerful, strong production to back it, but what we're given is basically hot cross buns. It's weak, it's flimsy, it's dull, it's the absolute bare minimum. When crowd chanting, a common background element, is one of the most memorable things in your song, you've got a problem. Everything taken into account, what we're basically left with is a beat that relies completely on the quality of the performer, and a performance that relies completely on the quality of the beat. It was doomed from the start. Two elements grasping desperately at things that aren't there. This song has no legs to stand on, except maybe the chorus, which incidentally seems to be everyone's favorite part of the song, and for good reason. It's decently energetic and it's got a lot of non-irritating personality behind it. But it's not nearly enough to save the song. I placed this song low because honestly I can kinda see why people like it, but I can't see myself ever dancing to it. Number 9. Jason Derulo. Oh, how I haven't missed you. You guys remember Jason Derulo, right? That whiny Chris Brown ripoff that no one liked or cared about? Yeah, that's the one. He had no discernible personality or charm, so it's really no surprise that he pretty much disappeared off the face of the earth in 2013. But this year, he made a comeback, and, against all odds, his songs are even stupider than before.
Talk dirty to me.
Like, this guy must have broken some kind of record for the most blatant ineptitude contained in one pop song. And I'm not even talking about Talk Dirty. In all honesty, that song's pretty awesome, despite some questionable lyrics. No, the song I'm talking about is Jason Derulo's far inferior follow-up hit, which answers the question, what would Talk Dirty be like if all the good stuff were taken out?
You know what to do with that big fat butt. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Everything about this song just feels so cheap and fake. The beat is weak and stiff, the production is lifeless, the verses are facepalm worthy, the melody is basic and predictable, and the chorus just sounds like some second grader messing around on his recorder for 30 seconds. Comedically, this song is incredibly weak. It relies completely on one of the lamest comedy routines in the book, throwing stupid shit at you and hoping you'll laugh.
Your booty like 2 planets. Woo!
It wears off pretty quickly, and all you're left with after it's gone is the bland, homogeneous dreck that was hiding beneath it the entire time. Jason's performance is awful, as usual, the lyrics are painful, and Snoop Dogg's verse crosses some lines.
Completely separated till I deeply penetrate it, then I take it out and wipe it off.
There really is nothing to save this song, but I decided to place it low because honestly, I'd take light, stupid Jason over crooning, regretful Jason any day of the week.
Damn, baby, you got a bright future behind you.
Number 8. Well, you all saw this one coming. When describing things I like about this song, I find that the sentence always ends the same way. The beat is alright, until Pitbull starts rapping. The lyrics are okay, until Pitbull starts rapping. The vocals are nice, until Pitbull starts rapping. I think you get the idea.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at the new Playboy.
Very few things anger me more than lost potential, and this song is the very epitome of that. The chorus is pretty good, great even, but God, everything else just sucks so much. The beat sounds like R2-D2 being sent through a car compressor, the lyrics are awkwardly vivid, and the delivery is revoltingly smug. The rhyme scheme is practically non-existent, and they even managed to squeeze a Miley Cyrus cameo in there.
You need it, you want it.
I don't care what the wiki says. That's Miley Cyrus. Every single thing about these verses is irritating in some significant way, and it just serves as further proof that we really don't need Pitbull around anymore. The dude has been making the same sex and party jam since 2009, even now, years after the genre's died out. Besides, this dude can't go a month without ruining one of his own songs. How are we supposed to trust him with anyone else's? Someone give me some euthanasia. It's time to put down this dog's career. Number 7. Hey, here's something I never thought I'd get to say. This year, Katy Perry hit a new low.
Sipping on rosé, Silver Lake sun coming up all lazy.
This is How We Do, a song by college dropouts, for college dropouts. In all honesty, it's kind of hard to talk about this song because pretty much nothing about it really stands out. I mean, it's bad, it's really bad, but it's all bad in the most boring way. The beat is just an uncontrolled mess of loud synth, sloppy percussion, and unnecessary texture. It's not too different from anything on the radio right now, it's just way worse. Katy Perry sounds bored, as usual, but this isn't her regular bored. This is aggressively bored. She's rubbing in our faces just how bored she is. I mean, just listen to how passionately she belts out these flat, monotone verses at the top of her lungs.
In my Maserati.
The lyrics are barely even worth mentioning. They pander to the lowest common denominator, which is to be expected from Katy, but not only does this song admit to its pandering, it embraces it. Wears that shit like a badge. Just listen to how explicitly it glorifies stereotypical 20s things, such as excessive clubbing, excessive drinking, staying up really late, buying lots of useless and expensive things because apparently bad decisions are trendy now. This is a whole new level of selling out. Katy was basically already a corporate sellout to begin with, but I guess she must have sold back in at some point. And then out again. Then back in, and then out again. And this is the resulting premature ejaculation. A dull letdown of a pop song. You are 2014's 15-second run, Katy. I hope you're happy. Number 6. Now, I may have said some pretty objectionable things in this video already, but I think we can all agree on one thing. Chris Brown needs to go away.
When a rich nigga want you.
Chris Brown, we, as a society, have given you so many chances to just quit. Why are you still here? Take the hint, Chris. Take the hint. Not a single moment in this song is tolerable. You got Lil Wayne with his pseudo-puns and his annoying delivery, Tyga derailing the song to a basic brag rap, Chris Brown with his usual brand of douchebaggery, and a beat that's all kinds of mediocre. Seriously though, fuck that beat. It's just a flat 5-note cycle with a generic drum loop backing it. It never builds up to anything, it just takes a few instruments away and adds them back later. This song basically has no hook, just 4 really long verses, which only adds to the monotony. Usually, when a song doesn't include a hook, it's because it's trying to make the listener focus on the lyrics. But that can't be the case here, because these lyrics are a mess. No 2 lines connect, they just contradict each other in different ways.
Took a broke nigga bitch. She wanna fuck all the rappers, but I don't fuck with broke bitches. I took her to the bay with me.
I stole your girlfriend. Wait, no I didn't.
If she a bad bitch, let's get to it right away. CB in the bay with her. I sent her back home so you could lay with her. But I don't fuck with broke bitches. Come on, girl, why you frontin'? Baby, show me something. You done spent your bread on her, and it's all for nothing. But I don't fuck with broke bitches.
I slept with your girlfriend. Wait, no I didn't. You'd think, with 16 writers on board, they'd be able to clean up some of these basic continuity errors. But my biggest problem with this song overall is that it may be Chris Brown's most frustrating song to date. Let me get this straight. Chris Brown knowingly has sex with other men's girlfriends, and he buys them things and gets them high, and somehow they're the ones not to be trusted? God, how oblivious can one person be? It'd be one thing if Chris Brown were complaining about being cheated on, a situation where the women are being unloyal to him. But that is not the case here. Far from it. Chris Brown is not a victim in this situation from any perspective. He's one of the main antagonists. It's not like these girls are coming up to him. No, he's approaching them, and he's essentially buying sex from them. And he's basically bragging about it. Don't play the ignorance card here. He clearly knows what he's doing. I mean, it's not like these women are free of fault here. Of course, they're responsible for their own actions, and they are admittedly being very disloyal. But if anyone has the right to talk down to them, it is not Chris Brown, aka the goddamn initiator. He lures them in, buys them things, asks them to do something for him, and then insults them for doing what he asked them to do. It's like throwing a fishing rod out into the water, attaching some nice bait to it, and then yelling at the fish when they bite it. Like, isn't that what you wanted them to do? Or are you just doing this to prove a point? Is this what you do for fun? God, what is wrong with you? Alright, Chris, you had your last chance. One final moment in the spotlight. Now will you just go away already? No one wants you here. Number 5. By now, you may have noticed that songs like Hello Kitty and Selfie, internet songs if you will, have not been included on this list. And that's because usually these types of songs are made just to get attention. And what's the easiest way to get attention? To be as bad as humanly possible. Talking about how much these songs suck is just redundant. Besides, talking about these songs at all really only gives them more attention, which only adds flames to the fire. The same thing generally goes for Vine songs, like Lifestyle and Turn Down for What. They weren't made to be judged lyrically, they were made to be judged comedically. So putting them in a video like this would just be unfair in most cases. But for this shit, I just had to make an exception.
No flex, zone. No flex, zone.
Okay, can I leave now? What is this? Really, what the fuck is this? Why did this even chart? This sounds like it was made in Speconia.
No flex, zone. They know better.
Now, usually with Vine songs, even though they're painfully bereft of any quality or thought, you can get some enjoyment out of them if you can turn your brain off for a few minutes. But that is not the case here. Nothing about this is enjoyable in any way whatsoever. And most of that is due to Sway himself. Wait, really? Sway? That's where you're going with? Off topic. The point is, this guy sucks ass. Not only is he unbearably bad at rapping, but he seems completely oblivious to how bad he is. Like, he's blurting out all these cliches, but he's playing it completely straight. There's no self-awareness to this. It's as if this walking chew toy seriously thinks he's the coolest guy ever. And it's not even mildly amusing. It's not even the ironically enjoyable Vanilla Ice brand of irritating. No, it's just plain cringeworthy. He's like that smoke detector that keeps going off when you're just trying to cook. And you want to know the saddest part? This dude's in his 20s. Like, I get if he was a teen, just trying to impress his friends or something, but this dude has a high school diploma and a social security number. He should know better than this. And the beat really isn't helping matters. It's one of Mike Will's worst. It's just like all of his other beats, but without any of the bass, weight, or layering that made them semi-tolerable to begin with. It's just constant treble, the same 4 bad notes repeated endlessly throughout. You can tell he wasn't even trying. And when it swells up, it's like the beat and Sway are trying to out-annoying each other. This song is a disaster on all grounds, and it's proof that no matter how bad your product is, there will always be an audience for it. But this isn't even the most rotten fish in the barrel. Trust me, we're getting to that. But first, number 4. It's hard to believe there used to be a time when I thought Maroon 5 had potential. There's nothing I hate more in a pop song than musical incoherence, and this song is absolutely full of it. Nothing about the song is solid. The beat is a disjointed mess of electropop, indie, and alternative elements, and Adam's ear-piercing delivery garbles the lyrics to the point of unrecognizability. Seriously, these are some of the worst vocals I've ever heard from Maroon 5. Adam's voice is insanely nasal and incredibly grating, more so than usual. At no point does the instrumentation sound like it matches up with the lyrics, melodically or lyrically. The generic percussion and light ascending guitar chords don't match up well with the shrill, robotic vocals. It's like Enrique Iglesias doing a cover of Am I Wrong? The song lacks definition. It's not even that I can't tell what it's trying to be, it's that it's trying to be too much and just ends up being nothing. It's happy, sad, regretful, hopeful, shameful, angry, and graceful all at the same time. It is a train wreck of emotion. No feelings to relate to, no lines to sing along with, it's all just noise. High-pitched, irritating noise. This is adult contemporary at its absolute worst. All the monotony that makes the genre detestable to some, but none of the clarity, sense of direction, or even vague realness that makes the genre tolerable to some. I seriously can't imagine Maroon 5 making a song worse than this. But considering their track record of getting progressively worse each year, and their strange tendency to name songs after plural nouns, get ready for their next hit single, Sofas.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Hey.
It really is sad to see Wiz Khalifa waste whatever little talent he has on stuff like this. And here it is, folks, the most rotten fish in the barrel, heavily decayed, stench strong enough to fill a room. This is the worst rap song of 2014. Ha, congratulations, you fucking bastard. This is just plain aggravating. Wiz Khalifa was never too good a rapper, and he's definitely never been too good a writer, but still, this is a new low. Now, normally I would go on some long tangent about how egregious this song is, how monotonous the beat is, how vain the lyrics are, how irritatingly repetitive it is, and how it generally has zero redeeming qualities whatsoever. But I'd rather let you listen for yourselves. I think that sums it up better than I ever could.
We them boys.
69. Number 2.
Yeah.
You know what's worse than one bad rap song? How about dozens of bad rap songs? And you know what's worse than dozens of bad rap songs? How about the same bad rap song over and over? DJ Mustard. I hate DJ Mustard. I hate his beats, I hate his stupid chain, I hate how inescapable he is, and I especially hate his watermark. Now, it may seem kinda weird to include a producer on the list of the worst songs of a given year, but he pretty much had to. Otherwise, this list would be nothing but DJ Mustard songs. Mustard was everywhere this year. Half of the songs on the rap charts, he was behind him. And this is a huge problem because DJ Mustard is bar none the laziest producer currently working. Regurgitating the same drum lines, the same finger snaps, the same crowd chants, the same 5-note melodies, the same dull bass for every song he produces. There is no personality, no charm, no creativity, and no effort in any of his beats. They are the absolute bare minimum every time. Anyone can be DJ Mustard. I can be DJ Mustard. Hey everyone, look, I'm DJ Mustard. Every single song. Show me, Nah Nah, Paranoid, or Nah, You and Your Friends, No Mediocre, LA Love, oh especially LA Love. Every single song he puts out is absolute garbage. Every single one. Absolutely awful. I would never bring myself to enjoy even one of the detestable, insufferable, deplorable 3-minute interludes that this man falsely refers to as music. The only good thing about him is his name, and only because it's so accurate. This guy is a plague amongst rap music, and it's time we dealt with him the same way every plague should be dealt with. Inoculation and isolation. Quick, someone get me one of his scabs. And now, before we get to number 1, some dishonorable mentions. My first mention goes out to Anaconda by Nicki Minaj, because, well, I had to mention it at some point. Hideaway by Kaeza for perfectly demonstrating that different does not always equal good. This Is How We Roll by Florida Georgia Line featuring Luke Bryan, which would have been on this list if that Katy Perry song didn't have too similar a title. Rude by Magic for taking a good beat and ruining it with a disjointed narrative. Animals by Maroon 5, which had much better production than Maps, but a significantly worse set of lyrics. And the entirety of Beyonce's self-titled album, including, but not limited to, Drunken Love, which sounds like it's trying to be several different genres at once and it can't pull any of them off, EXO, for being horribly forgettable, Pretty Hurts, for being irritatingly preachy and way too atmospheric for its own good, and Partition, which is just flat out boring. One of those songs that you forget you're listening to while you scroll through the comments. And trust me, if you're less interesting than this shit, you're doing something very wrong. And last but not least, Hangover by Psy. Has anyone else noticed how Psy's singles sound less and less like music as time goes by? Seriously, in 2012 he sounded like this.
Oppan Gangnam Style.
In 2013 he sounded like this. In 2014 he sounds like this. And I can only imagine in 2015 he'll sound like this. And now, number 1. Now this is admittedly a pretty weird choice for number 1 on this list, and I guarantee you most of you will not agree with this. Heck, some of you might even hate me for it. The song isn't even really that bad by conventional standards, but from my perspective, this is the furthest music can get from being enjoyable, and it is the very last thing I want to hear. Ladies and gentlemen, my least favorite song of 2014...
Me and my broken heart, I need a little loving tonight.
I hate this song. I really, really hate this song. I hate everything about it. I hate the vocals, I hate the lyrics, I hate the awkward sentence structure of the first 2 lines, I hate the melisma on the word dark, I hate the way the beat jumps straight from suspenseful to normal without any payoff at the end of the bridge. Every little detail. And it wasn't even the overplay that got to me. No, this was barely even played on the radio where I'm at. I hated this song upon first listen. Everything about it becomes immediately stale, and it all just gets worse every listen after that. It is the very worst that teen rock has to offer. All of the sloppy instrumentation and whininess of a bad Maroon 5 song, matched with the unbearable, non-talented vocals of a Big Time Rush song, without any of the self-awareness that once made those acceptable. The production is the song's strongest point, and it's still pretty weak. It really doesn't stand out all that much, beyond it being pretty catchy. There's not much to like about it, but there's really nothing to hate about it either. And honestly, that's probably what I hate the most about it. They took a beat which almost had potential and wasted it completely by slapping it on top of some of the most irritating vocal work ever created. The lead singer just screams whiny teenage angst. There's nothing enjoyable about the way he sings. He just belts out these random notes with no control and no sense of tone. This is the kind of vocal work that can only be enjoyed if you're in the exact same mood the singer's in. And if you're not, then it's like trying to talk to someone who's in the exact same mood the singer's in. And that's not what I think good music should be. Good music should put you in a mood. Good music should make you feel what the writer feels, or at the very least make you empathize with him. When I hear this, all I can do is brush it off as insignificant teen drama. I don't feel sorry for this guy, I just want to slap him across the face and tell him to get his shit together. And I know there's probably some deeper meaning to this. It's probably a legitimately depressing song about a confused, love-struck man who's stuck in some kind of desperate cycle. But no, fuck that. If I can't enjoy this on a very base aesthetic level, I'm not gonna try to enjoy it on some kind of deeper level. As far as I'm concerned, this song is just about some guy trying to get laid, because that's all the lyrics are telling me. I simply cannot bring myself to enjoy anything about this song. The vocals even somehow managed to spoil the beat. It fails colossally in every aspect, but it's not self-aware enough or genuine enough to enjoy it on an ironic level. I do think it's quite a stretch to call this the worst song ever, but right now this is my least favorite song ever. It's 10 times worse than anything electropop, bro country, R&B, or rap have to offer. I would sit through DJ Mustard's entire discography twice over before I force myself to listen to this atrocious mess again. And you want to know the worst part? Brixton isn't even all that bad. I mean, their other singles are nothing special, but their covers are pretty good. I really don't know if this was just a massive waste of talent or if this is legitimately the direction Rixton want to go with their music. But either way, it really is a shame that this is the only hit we got from them this year because, let's be honest, after this year they're never gonna have another hit single again, at least not as big as this. And if this really is the direction Rixton want to go with their sound, well, usually I like to inspire creativity, but no, not like this. Please, for your own sake and the sake of everyone else, stick to covers. I'm the Double Agent, and man, I'm glad I got that off my chest. See you in a couple weeks. Still haven't found that Twizzler. It would drive me insane.